Okay, this is Jen in the background. This is the 4-month video. We got a little behind because these babies are really, really difficult to deal with. Tim and I on our own just can't manage it, so we have ended up hiring a nanny and looking to hire a second one. The chatty one there is Sam. Hi, Sam. Sam is very loud. He likes to yell, just like Mommy. Max is more quiet. He still prefers people to toys, but he does play with a lot of toys. And you can see that he uses his legs a lot. He rolls back and forth. He's very good at inching his way sideways. Sam is just really good at moving around, period. He'll turn almost all the way onto his stomach, whereas Sam will just turn onto his side. Max will just turn onto his side. Sam will turn almost all the way over. He just gets caught up on his arm, and he will frequently go on his side, and he'll look up and around, and Max will look up and around over his shoulder and stuff, but not as much as Sam. And Sam, he may start in this position, but he really swings his legs around really well, and his torso, so that he turns himself into he can turn into a circle. Turn around in a circle, and he can move from one end of the playmat to the other, so we can't really leave him alone, because he could get somewhere where he shouldn't be. But Max, he's not in a hurry to go anywhere. He knows people like him enough to come and see him, and we all come and see him because he's so cute and so friendly. Sam's been giving us quite a bit of trouble with random screaming. We're not really sure what caused it, whether he had something stuck in him that was irritating him, or he had an outfit that was irritating him, or maybe a little tiny bit of diaper rash and it just was too much for him, or if it's reflux, or I don't know what. But if it's reflux that was making him scream, he'd probably be screaming more, because they've stopped taking their formula pretty much altogether. They have to be pretty hungry to eat it, and even then, only Max will eat it. Sam, he makes a face. Yes, you do. You make a face when you eat that formula. It's basically a yuck face. This tastes bad, you can tell. I don't know if that's because he can taste the medicine in it, or if he just doesn't like formula, but we've given it to him both ways, and he will make the face, so I presume it's the formula, although it could just be a slight memory of what the medicine tastes like. They have started looking at each other again, so we get them a little bit closer and closer, and they may look over their shoulder at each other for a while, not for too long. No real interaction beyond that. Both of them like lifting their foot up in the air and examining it, and they like lifting their hand in the air and putting it in front of them and examining it. And they like sticking their tongue out and back. Let's see if there's the robot. We can get him to... Sam, as usual, has a lot to say. Max can talk quite a bit too, but you have to get him in the mood. They both really study me when I do the raspberry. So they're just, when they move their tongue and they're trying to figure out how to make that raspberry, because they just love the raspberry. Just the sounds they make are so funny. Wish I had a better angle. Oh, he's kind of turning over on his side here a little bit. And Max likes to talk to his hands. He puts them together like that, and then he'll put it in front of his face, and he'll look at him, and his eyes will go a little cross because they're so close, focusing so close, and then he'll just talk to them. And Sam has recently started chewing on his left arm, just in the middle of his left arm, for no reason. They're all playing with pretty much all the toys. You can sometimes tell which toys they like and which toys they don't. Jacques the peacock was persona non grata from Max for a while, but now he likes him, and now Sam doesn't like him. And neither of them like this monkey ball we have, but they both love the little blue elephant ball for some reason. And as you'll see in another video, Sam especially likes a beehive, a certain beehive that a certain great aunt gave to him. Oh, there he's going to go chewing it. Oh, no, it's just his sleeve this time. Yes. Let's see, what else? So, yeah, they're turning over. Oh, they're doing really good push-ups. Sam's are better. They seem like they take less effort. Yeah. Did I mention Sam yells? He sometimes yells when he's getting upset, but sometimes not. Hey, would you come and play with Sam for a bit? That's Tim over my shoulder. Let's see. They both seem to be eating very well and gaining very well, except for this last week they didn't gain very much at all, just 1 or 2 ounces. But we'll see what happens on Tuesday, and if we still have an issue, then we'll address it then. Oh yeah, when Max pushes up, boy, you can really see the effort, and he kind of lists to one side, so one arm must be stronger than the other. But he really tries hard because he loves the praise that he gets for it. Why don't you play with the toy?
So you're stressed.
Or make faces or talk to him. Because they can be calmed now by other things, not just being held and shushed, which is kind of new. They still, however, do not seem to sleep at night. We've started them on 2 2-hour naps, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. But it's only been 2 days of doing that, 2 or 3 days of doing that. So their sleeping at night hasn't really improved. I can manage to get probably a decent amount of sleep. It's just constantly interrupted every hour or half hour, if I'm lucky, every 2 hours by somebody needing to eat. But Tim, he has to manage, one of the babies through the overnight, because I can only manage one of them through the overnight. And it's really hard to put them down to sleep and keep them asleep because they wake up when you put them down. And apparently this is just a common problem among babies. And we have 2 of them. The only way we can get them to sleep is if they're next to me or on Tim or on a person, being held. And if we change that state, then they wake up. And and we're not supposed to let them sleep next to us while we're asleep or on our chests while we're asleep, because that's a SIDS risk. However, if we didn't do it at all, nobody would get any sleep. So we do take some risks, unfortunately. But then there's another camp that says that's perfectly fine and normal and there's really no danger there at all. So it just depends on which experts you listen to. And we listen to the experts that suit us at the time. He's looking in a mirror that Dad's holding. They do like the mirrors. I don't know if they recognize themselves, but they certainly recognize me in a mirror, and they'll smile at me through the mirror. And they like looking at themselves in mirrors, and they also like being read to. So we have a lot of books, and we read to them. Looking at my list here. That's all I have to say. Did you have anything to add, Dad? He's a little sleep deprived, so he's not participating in this video. And that is your 4-month video, kids. See you next month.